Sean, oh Sean, oh Sean, what are we doing? What have I become? Playing Mill? Oh no, I didn't want this day to come again. But alas, here we are playing Palossand Mill. As per many of your requests, are you happy now? Do you feel good on the inside? Right, so this is what we're playing today, Palossand. We want to be using the Sand Sync attack, being able to discard 3 cards from the top of your opponent's deck, so long as you have Cursed Shovel attached to the active Pokemon, which is of course Palossand. And with that said, Cursed Shovel as well allows you to discard 2 cards of your opponent's deck when they KO you. So there's a lot of discarding happening and stuff. And yeah, we're going to be playing this today. And I've made it my own kind of way. I really wanted to build it like a, you know, your standard mill deck, your Chinchinos and Orangurus and stuff like that. But I've gone for Jirachis, and I'll explain a bit more about that in a second. It's just a preference, really, I would say. I don't know if it's the best way to play it, to be honest with you, but you guys did request it, and I had to get this deck list built today, and I haven't touched Palossand at all, so forgive me if this is not really the way that Palossand is intended to be played. This is just the way I've built it, and it has been successful, so I wanted to kind of give that disclaimer before we go any further. But with that said, you guys want to see it, so we're going to play it. Let's get into a game. Are you looking for Pokemon codes? If so, please check out pdcgostore.com and use the code FTW for 5% off at checkout. What a deal. They always have sales, of course, which is great for when you're looking around and trying to snack some packs up to build that collection that you're looking for. If you do have the finances and you are able to do so, please do visit ptcgostore.com to grab yourself some codes. With that all said, though, of course, please do enjoy the video. Okay, here we are having a game here. Whoa. Okay, what is this? I saw fire, fighting, grass, and colorless. I don't know what this is. Okay, sure. Sure thing, Chief. Right. So we do have Belaba, and I'm just going to call her Belaba. But Belaba. Can we just call this card Man? Like, Man. Sounds about right. Man. I'm gonna play Man. Okay. Oh, wow. This is... Oh, okay. This is disgusting. Okay. This is so annoying. Every single video is like bad start. Every time. I've tested this out and started fine. I've never had this. Oh my god. I swear to god they know when I'm recording. They know when I'm recording. They must. This is ridiculous. Okay. we'll keep going. Oh, okay. It's what's the name of the card? Oh, they got nets. What's the name of the card? The one that is Funga? No, Fungus. No, Mongoose. No, that's a real animal, isn't it? A mongoose. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Right. Yeah, ideally would like to start with Jirachi. Marnie, thank the Lord. That's usually what you see, but with more cards in the hand, obviously. So usually it's like starting a Jirachi, getting a couple Sandygast down and stuff like that, and just getting the ball rolling. We play 4 switches and stuff. We really want to move around with the Jirachis to find the cards we need, because of course that's what we need to do once we are KO'd. But of course this card has a lot more tanking ability than your Oranguru and stuff like that. So I think you can play it like this a bit comfortably, to be honest with you. So that's why I decided to do it, but we'll have to see here how it goes. Marnie's, you may say Marnie's is somewhat counterintuitive, right? Because obviously, if you're trying to mill them out, forcing them to shuffle more cards into their deck does the opposite. But I think it's pretty good at discarding initial resources they have. Because if their hand is full of cards, they have resources available, right? So you kind of don't want that. You want to discard their resources, the resources that they need. So that's the thought process, at least. Right. I'm going to intentionally retreat to this Phione. Yes. Oh, are they going to KO us next turn, though? That's like my query. So I don't know. I have no idea what I'm up against. I have no idea, so I'm not going to take any risks. Jirachi, sit on that bench. You are important to this deck. Yeah, no risks, because I have no idea what we're playing here. Ninetales, obviously. Is it Hex Ninetales? Oh, we're playing Hex Ninetales. Okay, fair play. Are you just better off playing this with Garbodor? No? I have been working on a Hex Ninetales deck. It's a bit lackluster, I'm afraid. Which is why I've not really released it. But I want to look into it more. But, I mean, Garbodor's better, no? Unless they just don't have Garbodor. But it just seems... Okay, I get it. So, you want to bench like a Fungus and then net, yada yada, and then you can cycle between... Oh, actually, to be fair, that's not a bad shout, you know. Because it's a sleep and poison, which is completely different to just poison. Because you could play... Okay, I see what you're doing. All right. Fair play to you, mate. Maybe I jumped the gun there with what I was saying. That's actually a pretty solid way of playing the deck. I might try it out myself. Isn't it great when you eat your own words in every single video? It's absolutely amazing. All right, come on, hit heads. I've had terrible luck. And it continues. I've had really bad luck with the crushing hammers in testing recently. Really bad luck. But hey, we just, we move, right? We move. Okay, Caitlin and Cynthia seems to wait. I don't really want to start doing the whole mill stuff yet. I want to get, you know, cards out. I want to make sure we're using our resources fairly here. I'm a bit concerned that they're going to take this thing out, but that's fine. That's okay. Sky Pillar, obviously, for the Dragapult matchups and stuff like that. So, Tag Bolt, you know, Sky Pillar seems like a really good card to play right now, in my opinion. Because you obviously, as I've just said, Dragapult, you have protection on that, and you have protection from Tag Bolt, which are two very dominant, like, things in the format right now. That's what really separates a Pika ROM apart from a lot of things, is its Tag Bolt. So, removing that can really... Okay, look at that. Good stuff. Now, I would like to be cheeky and gust at a Mongoose, you know, because I don't think he's playing any... Amoongoose. Amoongus. Hey, Gus. You're coming up here, mate. Let's go for it. Let's try it out. Let's hope he hasn't got a switch play or anything. There we go. So, like, for example, in this matchup, although this matchup's not particularly common, this is the first time I played a Ninetales Hex altogether. So, hey, right? Completely. So, yeah, it's just not really a common matchup. But if you're in a matchup where you're not getting KO'd right away, it's pretty solid, right? Okay, sure thing, Chief. All right, do that. Yeah, all right. Oh, yikes. But this is going to be the problem, I think. So, I think the switches are going to be a bit more valuable than I thought. Yeah. In fact, this is quite an interesting list. I would say that very much so. So, fair play, mate. All right. Don't want to get rid of the triple, but hey. Let's go for the Caitlin and Cynthia. Let's give ourselves a Marnie off the top deck so we can keep the ball rolling a little bit here. That's good news. And I will attach the Curse Shovel, because if they take this thing out, at least the Curse Shovel activates and we can use Lana's Fishing Rod to recover it. Now, I know there's I think one of the common things I've seen with playing the Palossand deck is people have combined it with Rhydon as well. Because if you use Rhydon and Giovanni's Exile, you can discard top 5 cards of your opponent's deck, and that's pretty solid. It's just, for me, when I was building, I found it very hard in the short period of time. I'm sure if I took more time, I could figure it out. But I found it very hard to fit them together, have the Giovannis in there, have the, you know, all of the resources necessary for the Palossand and the Rhydon. I found it very hard to gel together and make, you know, consistent without adding like a bunch of Chinchinos, and that obviously fills the deck up and you can't use much resources. So it's a bit of a hit and miss when it came to building that, personally speaking. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I didn't. Now, I'm still holding off on these, okay? Well, I would be playing this if I had a Palossand up front, but I don't. So I need to get a Palossand out more than anything. So let's see if we can do that. We can. Well, yeah, I'm not... Yeah, okay. You say we can just retreat. There we are. All right. So, yeah, switches seem super important in this game. So I will try my best to keep that noted here and mill them down. There we are. So we're getting some good momentum going already. They're on 17 cards. And obviously, if they attack into us and KO, then bang, Bob's your uncle. So, again, another reason why this is... I didn't really treat this like an Oranguru matchup is this Palossand does its thing when Palossand's in the active. When it's using Sand Sink, when it's getting KO'd, that's when you really speed the game up. Whereas Oranguru mill is more about having, in the early game, going for the whole mill, going for the man, and... Okay, sweet. I kind of want to hold this hand, because if they, you know, go for it... my light went out already? Oh my god. Okay, I need to charge it for longer. All right, I'm sorry, guys. This is going to look really weird. But I'm sure you're okay with it, okay? Yeah, just convince yourself that, Sean. All right, what I was thinking was... They can't really go for any more Spore stuff unless they get nets, and if we discard their nets, we're cool. So I think holding this hand is okay. Why would I want to hold it? I can just go for the... Yeah. Now, we bear the risk of discarding Palossands, but we have recovery. We did discard one, but I don't think we're in a bad spot. So, you know, here we go. Right, so that Gust was definitely worthwhile. Definitely a good shout. Bringing up the Amoongoose, it really just slowed them down dramatically. And I'm sure they would have at least Well, I mean, we are discarding their stuff, so maybe they can't find a net so easily, but a net would simply score them out of this brick situation, or trapped in the active situation. So hey, that's that. Man, I feel bad. I feel wrong inside. I don't feel right doing this. A part of me is like, Sean, this is horrible. I'm not even letting the guy do his thing. Ah, look at that, tool scrapper. Fair play, mate. Fair play. That's one big problem with Palossand Mills. Tool scrapper, mate, it just shuts everything down almost. Which is why I play the fishing rod over the ordinary rod, because things like tool scrapper. So yeah, there's that. Do I bench this aggressively? To be fair, I don't think I'm in a position where I really need to worry. I mean, they have 5 cards left, so I think we're okay. I don't think I need to overthink this now. I think it's more just a matter of, there we go. There we go. I mean, fair, I like what my opponent's got going. He's even got little quillfish in there. Cheeky. I like what he's got going. I do like it. I do like it. Thank you, man. So we pretty successfully just walked over there and did our thing. So, I mean, we have to bear in mind the matchup there wasn't too fantastic. So, hey, there's that. We'll get into another one. And we'll go from there. Okay. Now, still not sure whether going first or not was beneficial, but we'll keep going first. There we go. See, this starting a Jirachi is pretty much what you want. I play 3 Jirachi, but it might be better to play 4 just because you really want to get the Jirachi turn 1 when you're setting up, and hopefully we can hit. Oh, that's a yikes. I was hoping for a quick ball, which is really not happening here. Right, hopefully this is Zacian deck, so they're probably just going to Intrepid Sword or something before they do anything, so I don't think we've lost here. But that's a bad run. I only realized as well, the only reason why last game probably went so well is because he marnied me into a much better hand. The opening hand I had was a bit of an oof. Bit of an oof, if you know what I mean. Okay, I need to be careful with what I choose to discard here. This is not a Zacian deck. They don't, and it's probably a Malamar. Probably it is a Malamar, you donut. Right? Okay. Let's go to Sandygast down. So I'm not really going to focus so much on relying on the Crushing Hammers because it's all just recovered anyway. Yes, you can call me a bit of a pessimist at that case. You know, say, hey, it still kind of helped, but I know. Listen, hear me out. All right. Another one. Oh, another discard option. Okay, so probably going to get rid of the switch. Switch is probably the least valuable there. I know I can switch next turn into. Oh, hit the thing. I know I can switch into a Jirachi next turn, but I'll just hope things go well. Let's go for the Bellaba here. We didn't get to get rid of him. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Nothing too valuable. This may very well be. Oh, okay. We know what it is now. It's a Baby Jagger. Okay. Oh, and we discarded this. I mean, we have one more Sky Pillar, but yikes. That Sky Pillar is kind of useful. It actually keeps us out of range because you've got to bear in mind it's 130 free damage counters to the bench, right? Oh, now, no, I was going to say the Crushing Hammers are quite good, but no, this is not your standard Jagger Ball. And obviously, we're 140 HP and they don't hit us for weakness. So preventing that damage onto the board really helps with keeping us alive a lot longer and allowing us to do more mill. So yeah, Sky Pillar, losing that was kind of a yikes. Maybe a Lucamine, I don't know. Lucamine could definitely fit in here. Okay, so we need to find stuff here. Let's go for the Marnie, and let's hope we get. All right, we do need a retreat. We have everything else we need. We just need an escape board. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Finding our resources perfectly well. There we are. All right, in that case, what I'm going to do is I am going to Crushing Hammer and try and, if we hit heads. See, my Crushing Hammers are just letting me down today, man. Not once during my testing today have I had heads on Crushing Hammer. Yikes. Oh, well, regardless, I think we're in a decent spot, to be fair. We have to see how they go, whether or not they can find a retreat. I really wanted to get rid of the horror energy. They can't recover that one, and although it doesn't really add anything, to be fair, it slows them down a tad, right? I mean, you know, there it is. Tool Scrapper really is the bane of this deck. It's like play two Tool Scrappers, this deck's dead. Like, it really is. That's my thought process, at least, and maybe it's a bit of an ignorant statement. Maybe I'm just, you know, I could just be completely wrong. But I think 2 Tool Scrappers in the deck, and this is over, pretty much. But I don't want to play it down. It wins games. So there we go. Now, because our tool scrappers are gone, we need to find some more. And because we need to find some more, it's a bit of an issue. So we need the Marnies now. We need to draw so we can find stuff. There's the fishing rod, which is great. So we can actually recover a cursed shovel. Big issue here, though. Do I get rid of another Marnie? Yeah, go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for another. Let's keep. Yeah. We need Ditto. We need to make sure we're ready here. Now we're only getting rid of one because he curse dropped us. What am I talking about? Curse drop. Where did I get curse drop from? Huh? Is that even on the? What, excuse me, Sean. Hello, Brain. Are you there, mate? Oh my god. Curse drop. Jesus Christ. I'm hoping you can't retreat here. Please don't have a switch. Really would help. But because we don't have curse shovel. Oh, that's where I got curse drop from. Curse drop's the attack that Sableye has, doesn't it? I think so. Right, he still seems to be struggling a bit with retreating, which is good. There's the curse shovel. That's also solid. And we got the twin there. Yeah, I really don't want to go for the Phione here. In fact, I'm going to bench it for now. I don't want to play man and accidentally discard this, because obviously this is the only guarantee we have to not taking ourselves out. So, you know, it's that. Oh, I got it. God damn it. Okay. So, yeah, this is where it becomes a bit of an issue now, because he can just choose to spread onto this, which would put us in a ton of pressure. He can take more prizes. So I think maybe, do you know what? Maybe a tool scrapper would be good in this deck. Because if we could... He actually does play 2 tool scrapper. Fair play. Oh, yikes. Okay. Oh. Yikes. This is bad. Right, I guess I could just do a Phione, but to what extent? I don't know. Actually, no. What am I talking about? Just gust the Malamar up, Sean. Jesus Christ. I know, I'm a dum-dum, okay? And we just gotta hope. Pray and hope he doesn't have another air balloon in hand. He may have an energy. But if he's... Oh, God, he's going to find another air balloon, isn't he? He's got another air balloon. He plays... He does. Come on. Come on, he's got one. I can see this happening already. I've noticed the matchups today really aren't top tier. Even... I don't know, recently... Oh, maybe my Edo's not so good. My Edo's really fluctuating. It's like sometimes it goes really well and I'd be playing a lot of top tier stuff, and then at other points it just sinks. It's probably because of testing. It is just the case. Okay. Right. Solid stuff. Solid stuff. Do I want to switch now into a Jirachi? Take something out before I discard? With the Bellabar? I think so, because I might discard something valuable, so... Oh, see? Curse shovel. Now, we don't get that extra fishing rod, though. I think that's fine. So I think getting the curse shovel here... funnily enough, I don't know which order is which, but I don't know if the curse shovel was on top 3, and we would have lost it, which is bad. So we shuffle now, which is good. So we're not losing any of those, or at least potentially not. We'll put it on here. They're probably going to go get the Ditto if they can. And we will Bellabar again. Play the man. We'll play the man. There we go. All right, and then we'll come back up here and do some more. There we are. So you can see this deck is, the way I've built it is functional. It does its job, right? It does what it intends to do. And it actually did a much better job compared to when I built the Cinccino. I even tried Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto with, is it Lecture? Yeah, Professor's Lecture. I always get confused as Professor's Research, as Professor's Lecture. But yeah, Lecture. I did it with that, and even that was far more clunky. So that's another win we got there. I feel absolutely awful. I need to cleanse my very soul. But before I do that, let's check out the list. All right, here is the very list itself. I'm quite happy with it, to be honest with you. It was able to do what I wanted it to do. It discarded them, it milled them down, and we won, you know, through that route. There's other text you can add in here. You can borrow more from the Oranguru Mill archetype. You know, grab a Cargo GX and a Mew 3 and throw in like a fire or something in there. You can do that because obviously we played a Ditto. So yeah, it's something you can do if you really want to accelerate the the discard at the end of the game, which is what that's there for. You obviously have to try and fit it in. This deck is very, very tight. It's very hard to get that balance. And I think what I've got is a solid balance of drawing, of milling, of finding the cards we need. And I think it's just balanced right. Now, as of course, if you get the good starting hand, I got 2 very rough starting hands, but was able to deal with it. The Marnie at the start worked in our favor. And of course, the second one, we managed to just deal with it the way it was. And those were quite bad hands for what I've seen from this deck so far. So if we're able to get wins like that, that's great. Also, you have to bear in mind that the decks we played were, I wouldn't say tier 1 at all, barely tier 2. I mean, the Dragapult, Baby Dragapult, I guess you could say. It's hard to tell right now, to be honest with you. But they're solid decks. The Hex deck, it had an idea. It was a rogue deck. And again, Baby Dragapult, also a rogue deck. So we came up against 2 rogue decks rather than 2 big hitting decks. But you know, it's all about the milling out, right? It's all about milling out. Regardless, those decks can KO us. So I think one thing that really helped was Boss's Orders. So you might want to add some more Gust if you can, because being able to gust up things that they struggled to retreat with in both of those games you saw really pretty much would have won us the game, I'm pretty much saying here. I mean, the fact that we gusted up the Malamar, they struggled to retreat that Zacian, gave us a few extra turns. So the more turns you have using the Palossand, obviously, the closer you get to winning, the more likely you are going to achieve your goal. So, yeah, Gust, really, really good. Something really, really great for these kind of decks. So, maybe another Boss's Orders if you can. Definitely would be worth a shout. I mean, the Surge is there obviously to double up on the mans if we want to. Although it's not really the main thought process, but being able to use Caitlin and Cynthia's and stuff, and Caitlin and Cynthia for a mana and use that as well. So, you know, the Surge is great. But we didn't see it at all. So maybe that's something to think about. But at the same time, you're going to be going behind in prices naturally because you're not KOing or doing any damage. So I still think the surges are necessary. But with all of that said, I'm happy with how this has been built. It may not be the traditional way, but it definitely done the job in those games there. I haven't really tried it against the top tier stuff, so I can't really say how it will go there. But if it's something you want to try out, let me know how it goes in the comments down below. With all that said, of course, do leave a like if you did enjoy, and please do subscribe for more. Most importantly though, take care of yourself, and I hate you for making me play this. Peace.